Castle Ring, and there is a load of information about it. Over 2,000-year-old fort. Just over there is the ramparts of the old fort, where allegedly the highest point in the Cannock Chase National Park. Apparently some people lived here called the Cornovi, which is an ancient Britain race. And I'll just show you this here as well. A green heritage site. And also not allowed on this side. And I'll show you why. I'll run up here. Hopefully my kit's alright. So I'll just jog up this bank. Get myself warm. And here I am, just back from POTA, having a very, very rare celebratory drink, because this is a good one. So Castle Ring is part of, as you can see, part of Cannock Chase. And Cannock Chase is a vast area, and there are multi POTAs in there. Took the look at the map, POTA map, and I reckon this was a 3-effer. In other words, don't know where the effer comes from. If you do know, put it down below when people say things like 2-effer, as in 2 parks in one. However, this was a 3-effer. In other words, effer sounds like a heifer, as in a cow that hasn't had babies. But it's a 3-effer. There's 3 parks clustered together within Cannock Chase. You've got Cannock Chase, and then you've got Gentleshore and Hazelslade, I think it was, all close together. So therefore, people I worked got 3 parks for the price of 1, and I also got 3 parks for the price of 1 as well in the POTA Awards, which is rather brilliant. But anyway, Castle Ring, ancient fort, probably dating back to pre-Christian days, even as long as they reckon probably 500 years before Christ was born, if he was born at all, because if you've seen the news lately, you'd probably think this is conspiracy theory nonsense. But have a look about magic mushrooms and Jesus being confused in the text, or the things he did with consuming magic mushrooms. Seriously, honestly, it's an amazing read. Just trust me. But anyway, what I would say is, yeah, this thing, Castle Ring itself, people have seen ghosts there, funny noises, of course they have, and all sorts of like rumours about the place. But there's also serious archaeology has gone there as well, and found out there was definitely a settlement dating back a long time from ancient Britons, the Celtic people. So there you go. That's a bit of context to it all, but a great activation, and you'll see some more about it right now. Thanks for watching this, by the way. Okay, we're at Castle Ring, Green Flag Award. Some key info for you is, if you come here late, the car park's locked at 6 PM. So this is part of the Cannock Chase. This is officially Cannock Chase, which is a POTA site in itself. So I already mentioned probably within this video, and there it is, ancient monument. And then there's even a phone number, but you look this place up on the web. And just through here is the Park Gate Inn, which is a lovely pub, which is up here at this location. Great views up and around. You get even better elsewhere. And you can see it's a very large car park, really well maintained, beautifully kept. Well, it looks rather like a V-dub that we've got, which we're currently selling. So if you're in the market for a 2011 plate V-dub, let me know. So if you go up this way, and you can walk right around there. I mean, walks are for miles, right? But you can walk this circle of this ancient fort, and great views over towards Rugeley. That you used to be able to see a blinking blot in the landscape. It was a power station, but that's no longer there. So yeah, absolutely stunning, stunning location. Looks even better through these glasses of mine. I went full spec and got those Ray-Bans that automatically tint themselves, which everybody tells me you look a bit special wearing. Not you, but me. Anyway, yes, and somebody left a hat. At the side of Castle Ring is this, like, Beaudesert Outdoor Activity Centre. This used to be part of the Marquis of Anglesey estate, and it's now an activity centre for kids. It used to be a scout's place, hence a phrase around here, camper from the Beaudesert Park. Anyway, yes, enough of that. Yeah, it's rather good to get out on these activations, particularly the week or so, nearly 2 weeks I've had sitting at the bedside of my dear brother who's just passed. But less of that, but I'm sure old Tom's with me today, out on this activation in spirit anyway. But yeah, got to pull all this in. I've got me line to get back up, Longwire, and you might be thinking, why aren't you using your DX Commander, Dave? Well, actually, I could have got a DX Commander up exactly here. Could have got one with radials and all that. I wasn't sure the site would allow it, as in space. It would, but the Longwire, you know, they're so easy to get up. They're pretty easy to get down, sometimes tricky, easy to get down. And just tune it with an ATU, and you do get out. I mean, it's not mega high, that. What is it, about 7 meters or something? I thought it was 10 meters, about 7 meters. And we're going out, and we're doing all right. There's a lot of, it worked on short skip into G, got to Scotland. I think about 40 odd contacts. So it's all right. And, you know, I met some really lovely people here today. Really lovely. And I just can't tell you what a beautiful place this is. I mean, it really is beautiful. So Castle Ring is within the Cannock Chase site, as I've probably said already, which is Cannock Chase is massive. But you imagine, you know, old ancient fort, told you about that already, all that sort of stuff. But beautiful. Used to come mountain biking here years ago, before it was super popular, and since as well. And it's just great. I mean, you know, and the people around this area are actually lovely as well. And don't forget, I did a park not far away from here as well. So don't forget, it's more for me than you, which is Prince's Park, which is that smallest POTA park in the world, which is great. This place has got so much to offer. Okay, equipment being used here today is the little Xiegu, which is worked splendidly today. I've just worked on one band, which is 14 meters. Just been having a bit of a tune around before I've finished. I'll give you an update of how we did. Found this lovely park bench here at Castle Ring, and just want to show you something. Great audio reports again with this. Somebody said, whatever you're doing, don't change it, which was a lovely thing to hear. And everybody gives great signal reports or audio reports on this thing. I know people get carried away with their audio, but also notice that Callum at DX Commander is using these. Absolutely amazing. And this is something that came from Dave the Tree, the arborist who came to the house today. He's got a spare one of these. He gave it to me, and you're probably thinking, what's that? You probably know already and probably use one, but this is for getting your Longwire up, because today we're running a Longwire. Of course, we've got the choke there, and there is the Longwire. You've probably seen me use this before, and it's right along this row of trees here in the car. And here is the honour rolls. Thank you so much for all those people who called me today. You'll notice Mark Green are the Park to Parks. As I've already mentioned probably in the video, this is the WRL World Radio League software, which I pay a few pennies to each month, which is great value the way in which it's accelerating. Anyway, so you'll see got some Park to Parks. I think actually there were 3 Park to Parks really, but anyway, those were spotted during the app, and it auto fills the log, and there's a little map. So nothing far as well as distance goes, but look, we have got 40 odd people in the log. Thank you for that. I love this. Trapped. My onion is trapped in the blinking fork of a tree, right the way flipping up. And the good news is we've got it down. Ho ho! That was lucky. I found an extremely long stick and had to go on my tiptoes. Just if you're wondering what I was using as a counterpoise, is this Wonderwand tunable counterpoise. It works exceedingly well. If you've worked me today, just apologies in advance, all on SSB for a bit of a change. Yeah, I had freezing cold, and it's only 9 degrees, but it was a cold north wind. So people were calling out, I had a few pile-ups, and it was like trying to tap in people's call signs, and my fingers weren't working. Using that WRL World Radio League, as you know, their app is developing really quickly, because they're the equivalent to the Amateur Radio World Championships, radio sport as I call it, is occurring in the east of Great Britain next year. And it's been powered by WRL's technology, which is blinking good to know. But anyway, there you go. So, great activation, really enjoyed it, lovely spot. It's good, as you can see just there is the park bench. Space to go up a vertical if you want a vertical. You're not going to get any interference around here. I thought it's a very small population and you're in a massive forest. So yeah, I would recommend it if you're in Great Britain to come here. And if you're watching this from abroad, thanks also for putting up with me. Thanks so much, 73. Just stopped to video this for you. This is, if you can see, gives you an idea of how high up you are here. You can see for blinking miles. Yes, beautiful. This is just on the drive home.